Good morning, everyone. From the Central Illinois Fire Network Weather Center, I'm Larry Estep. We do have a active severe weather day again today, and several rounds of severe weather expected throughout the day. We're starting early this morning with flash flooding and some very large hail and damaging winds. Let's go straight to the maps. We'll show you this moderate risk area we have today. The Storm Prediction Center now putting most of central Illinois, all of central Indiana, and most of the state of Ohio under a moderate risk for severe weather. A slight risk extends all the way down to the Atlanta, Georgia area, all the way up into portions of Pennsylvania, and well into the Plains states throughout the day today. We're going to be watching, though, mainly across central Illinois, this moderate risk area that already has proven damaging this morning with large hail and tornadoes throughout the overnight hours. We had a system move into the Sangamon County area this morning, develop into a supercell and move eastward, and damage two buildings destroyed in Edinburgh near the Christian Sangamon County line around 4 o'clock this morning as these storms move through. 7 o'clock this evening, we're going to be looking at this front in the northwestern portion of central Illinois, and south of this front, a moderate risk continues of severe weather, large hail, damaging winds, and also the potential of tornadoes. Let's go to the radar right now from the Storm Prediction Center, the mosaic that shows us exactly what's going on across the region, and look at this watch, this tornado watch we have in effect. Look at this real evident bowing we have here already with this line this morning coming into the northwestern corner of this watch, and we're seeing very high winds with that large hail. In fact, a number of counties already under severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll zoom in a little bit closer here and show you this real evident high wind and hail threat stretching from north of Macomb all the way over to almost the Quincy area. We're watching this in northwestern Morgan County, Cass County, western Menard, and southwestern Mason County until 10:30 a.m. Damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour along a line extending from 12 miles northwest of Bath to 18 miles west of Beardstown, or along a line extending from 13 miles southwest of Lewistown to 16 miles southwest of Rushville, moving southeast at 60 miles an hour. That's some pretty powerful storms there. Think about driving that path, and you could not drive these storms along some of those county roads and state roads, and you wouldn't want to, of course. So let's put some pathcast on this with Storm Lab and show you. We're going to do 2 or 3 of these here to show you the path of this storm. Again, we're talking about it being in the city of Petersburg at around 10:10, Mason City 10:11, Athens 10:15, Contrail at 10:17. So this gives you an idea how widespread this storm is. Let's move down a little bit further and we'll show you more towns here in the path of this storm. Different areas of this storm are going to hit towns at different times, but I wanted to give you kind of an idea. Jacksonville around 10:09, the leading edge of this. Woodson at 10:13, Pleasant Plains at 10:15. Let's do another pathcast here on Storm Lab, the bottom part of the storm coming through Quincy, and see if it maintains its current course moving southeast at around 60. We can see it in the Griggsville area around 10:13 this morning, Pittsfield around 10:12. We're also dealing with another problem this morning. We've been dealing with flash flooding. Now, not all areas got flash flooding, but those that did have got copious amounts of rain since midnight. Let's look at the radar image and show you what we're talking about from Doppler estimated rainfall totals. This image here shows you rainfall from this storm so far, and this would be over the past 12 hours or so. Where you see the yellow, we're talking about rainfall totals in the 5 to 6 inch range, and we've also got rainfall totals in that whole purple stripe there from 4 to 5 inches just over the past 12 hours. Giving a new severe thunderstorm warning here now, and I'll give this to you. Eastern Fulton County, northwestern Menard County, Mason County, Tazewell County, and southern Peoria County. If we can go back to the radar, we'll show you that. Until 10:45 at 10:04 a.m., trained weather spotters reported a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. These storms were along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Canton to St. David to 5 miles northwest of Kilbourne, or along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Canton to 4 miles south of Canton. to 8 miles south of Havana, and these storms are continuing to rapidly move towards the southeast at around 58 miles an hour now. Towns in the path of this particular warning would include West Peoria, Bartonville, and Creve Coeur. So again, we're looking at this entire line really firing up. This will be the storms to the west of Peoria now. That yellow box there you see just moving into the Canton area. And again, these storms are going to affect a wide area this morning before noon. This entire area under a tornado watch, and you can see a leading edge of another line of storms coming out of Iowa along the Illinois River. More severe storms over through portions of Indiana this morning, moving towards the Cincinnati area in southeastern Indiana, over into southwestern Ohio, and then a pretty potent looking storm over Montgomery County, Indiana right now near Crawfordsville, just south of Lafayette, Indiana, and actually around the Vincennes area as well, getting some storms this morning. So we're going to be watching this entire area again throughout the day for a moderate risk of severe weather. Once this round of storms gets through, that is not the end of it. We may see a little bit of a break, but more development throughout the afternoon as temperatures approach the 90-degree mark from St. Louis all the way up through central Illinois. If we get some of that daytime heating, the instability will just get worse, and we'll have even more potential as we go through the afternoon. I believe we'll start to transition into a tornadic threat more than what we've seen this morning. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this. Again, a moderate risk of severe weather throughout the day. Stay tuned for the latest weather information to local media and, of course, NOAA Weather Radio. I'm Larry Estep for the Central Illinois Weather Network.